Alright, here's your Unit 1 UK study guide video. So first off, talking about the British Constitution is not really a constitution. It's made of the Magna Carta, some other documents. They have a Bill of Rights, different court rulings, so they look at precedents there. They use what is known as common law, so things are changing over time. Officials are making decisions, the traditions of the country, so they call this the Constitution of the Crown. Devolution is occurring in devolution, the passing down decentralized power to different systems. So again, Wales, Northern Ireland assemblies have been established. The Scottish Parliament is back. The Mayor of London also has a lot of power. Some of the linkage institutions in the UK are political parties, unions, quangos, and the media like the BBC. If you're looking at the Conservative Party, it asks which wing of the Conservative Party would value noblesse oblige. It's more the traditional. Okay, when Thatcher got in there, she did not really value that. She really wanted to privatize things and not help individuals out as much. Some of the components of the alternative vote referendum by Nick Clegg and the Liberal Democrats vote for the preference and put it in an order. The lowest percentage is eliminated, and this allows more parties to have an opportunity, especially third parties like the Liberal Democrats. Quingos are kind of like interest groups, neo-corporatism. They take the lead. They're connected to the government, so the government can make a policy, and then they're publicly funded, and then they implement those policies. The powers of the Supreme Court and what are their limits. The Supreme Court gets to look at civil matters and criminal matters, the last kind of stop for an appeal. However, they are limited by parliamentary sovereignty. Parliament has most of the power and can make decisions that kind of override some of those British Supreme Court decisions. Again, in the British political system, it is a first past the post, winner takes all system. They have single member districts for the MPs. Whoever gets the most votes wins. It is bicameral. However, the House of Commons is the most important. House of Lords are non-elected. They're appointed. They do have the large bureaucracy with people making policies and implementing those policies. They do have a Supreme Court that was established in 2009, and the head of the government is the Prime Minister. A coalition government is created when two parties cannot make up a majority, so they agree to govern together and make decisions. Some of the checks on the British cabinet is the loyal opposition party and that shadow cabinet. During this time, they can also do the question time, and they can challenge the Prime Minister and the majority party. Some of the powers of MPs, they debate, they write bills and amend bills, they vote in the Prime Minister, the majority party does, and then they vote on the bills. A top level bureaucrat is more likely to know public policy because they're there for a long time, they stay on the job, they work in one specific area versus maybe an individual of the cabinet is just appointed to that position because of loyalty. The biggest opponent to the National Health Service would be individuals who followed Thatcher or Thatcherites. The Iraq War is a big international event that kind of challenged the popularity of the Blair government and hurt the Labour Party. The election system that is most likely to produce the largest number of competitive political parties is proportional because you vote for a political party and they base seats off of percentage. However, the UK does not use this. The EU faces right now border control and immigration, economic challenges, and then again, UK has left. What has devolution in the UK allowed? It allowed for smaller parties to have some powers, especially in Wales and Scotland. When a vote of no confidence occurs, if they then have the vote and they win the vote, the majority party wins, they remain in office. However, if the vote of no confidence occurs and they don't win the vote, everyone has to resign, they dissolve parliament, and a new general election is called. The democratic deficit in the European Union. Again, a lot of these officials that represent different positions in the European Union are non-elected, so these people are appointed by their country and they are making these policy decisions. The majority party selects the Prime Minister, the head of government in the UK, and it's the MPs of the majority party in the House of Commons. The Unitary System of government, how does it work? It's one central government, one central location, and they make all the laws for the whole country. Looking at a couple things here, welfare state and some examples. So it's helping out citizens, benefits from the government, social programs, rich help out the poor. So you have the National health service, maybe social security, poverty relief programs. Devolution is decentralization of central powers to local governments. Examples would be Scottish Parliament and the assemblies in Wales and Northern Ireland. It's different from federalism, where that's kind of a division of power and shared powers. This is passing down power to a local government. Single member district, winner take all. Whoever wins the most votes wins the election. And then you have a two-party system, which usually dominates in that. Describe the proportional representation electoral system. Everyone gains a percentage of votes, and this usually helps out more parties like third parties.